We are here at the Phoenix Raceway in Phoenix, Arizona for the Fan Shield 500. This race is the third race of the NASCAR the NAHWCS Cup Series season, and which driver will be able to tame the desert and get a win here? Now let's take a look at some of your drivers to watch, presented by Pro Gear Tire. After a rare rainfall in Phoenix, the qualifying was canceled, so Daniel Hemrick, your points leader, is going to be your pole sitter today, as that's how they will determine your starting lineup. He was the winner at Daytona, struggled at Las Vegas. Can he get it back together here today at Phoenix? The guy who won last race is Ross Chastain. He was a surprise winner as he won at Las Vegas in his first NASCAR the NAHWCS Cup Series start. He starts 13th today and is already locked into a playoffs. Can he continue that momentum today and possibly get another win here today at Phoenix? The driver who won here last year was Ryan Blaney. He starts at 11th today and is hoping to go back-to-back and wins in Phoenix races. He has had a fast car in practice, but he hasn't had the best season to back that up. Could he possibly get a win here today? Joey Logano has been solidly consistent this season as he starts 4th today. However, he will have to go to the rear of the field after he failed pre-race inspection. He'll have to work his way up from the back of the pack if he wants to have a chance at getting a good finishing result. Could he possibly get a win from the back of the pack? Now let's go on board your GoPro on-track car for today's race. So this is a little bit different than last year's Phoenix races. It's a 2-wide track instead of a 3-wide track. As you see, they're going to enter turns 1. Try not to get too high, then they're entering turn 2. And then they're going to head down the back stretch to the finish line. Now let's head trackside for the command to fire engines.
And now, for the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome your Grand Marshal, star of CW's Riverdale, Skeet Ulrich.
Drivers, start your engines!
The engines have been fired and we are ready to go racing here in the desert. Your pace car driver today is Austin Tucker. He is driving in the Twin Mill Gen E. So if you would like to have a chance of becoming the pace car driver, make sure you find one of Terry's RVs. It is on the track, and the person who first comments of where it is will be the pace car driver for the next race. So now let's take a look at some of your race facts for today's race. There was no qualifying because of rain, so the field was set because of point standings. There are 32 cars in the field. Cars driving to the rear: Logano in the 22, Kenseth in the 42, Jimmy Johnson in the 48, and Joseph West in the 28. All failed pre-race inspection, will have to go to the rear, and the 95 had unapproved adjustments and will also go to the rear. We are now ready for segment number 1 to begin. In row 1, you got your points leader, Daniel Hemrick, and the 43 car of Bubba Wallace. Row 2, you have the 6 car of Ryan Newman and the 14 car of Clint Boyer. Row 3 is the 9 car of Chase Elliott and the 24 car of William Byron. Then rounding on the field is the 38 car of John Hunter Nemechek and the 48 car of Jimmy Johnson, who had to start from the rear. Who will win segment number 1? One lap in and we already got a big crash. 3 cars out of this race already, including your points leader, Daniel Hemrick. As let's take a look at the replay and try to see what happens here. Okay, Hemrick gets a push from Newman, which gets him sideways, and then he just goes off the track. And I think Elliott and just John Hunter Nemechek lose momentum and fall off the corner. Let's see from the finish line cam what happened. Yeah, he just looks like Hemrick got pushed out of the way by Newman, and that's going to allow Hemrick to be out of this race. Meanwhile, Bubba Wallace is going to lead this race. Bubba Wallace is able to hold the lead and is able to win segment number 1 as we take a look at the replay. Lap 2. Again, William Byron moves up to second on that move. A good move for him. Heading into lap number 3, with Jimmy Johnson in that 4th position, there's not enough momentum on the outside lane, so Boyer's going to sneak on by. But Byron looks like moves Boyer out of the way, and so Boyer goes off the track. So heading to the lap 4, the final lap, Bubba gets a great push by Ryan Newman, and that's going to propel him forward. Byron moves low for some reason, and Jimmy Johnson stays high and manages to get the pass for third. But Bubba Wallace able to hold off Ryan Newman and Jimmy Johnson to take the win. Bubba Wallace first, Ryan Newman second, Johnson third, Byron in fourth, Boyer fifth, Hemrick sixth, Elliott seventh, and Jonathan Nemechek in eighth, but all wrecked out. We now move to segment number 2. Row 1, you got the 3 car of Austin Dillon and a rookie, the 41 car of Cole Custer. Row 2, the 21 car Matt Benedetto, and another rookie in the 8 car, it's Tyler Reddick. Row 3 in the 35 car, it is Daniel Suarez, and then the 20 car, it's Erik Jones. Then riding on the field, 19 car, it's Martin Truex Jr., and then the 42 car, it's Matt Kenseth. Matt Kenseth is out of this race after falling off in the back of the pack. I'm not really sure what's happened, so let's take a look at the replay here. So it's Dillon and Cole Custer leading the field down. It looks like, I don't know. He just tried to stay on the outside of Truex and, I don't know, got loose maybe? I don't know. We got 3 laps to go, though. We got another driver out, and this time it is Daniel Suarez as he wrecks out here at Phoenix. Let's take a look at the replay here. Lap 2. Dillon again leads the field down to green, and he gets a great jump. He's going to jump high to block Cole Custer, and I don't know. It looks like Matt Benedetto came off the track there, and then that caused a chain reaction on the rest of that inside lane. We got 2 laps to go. Austin Dillon is able to outrun the 2 rookies to take the segment win and to move on to the final stage. Take a look at the replay. Lap 3 does a good job of preventing Cole Custer and Tyler Reddick to get around him, and then he does the same thing on lap number 4 as he gets a great jump from Reddick. It's a push, and he gets a little bit squirrely from Reddick, but is able to correct it and manage to take home this segment win. Austin Dillon finishes first, Cole Custer finishes second, Tyler Reddick third, Martin Truex Jr. finishes fourth, a good run for him, Erik Jones in fifth, Matt Benedetto sixth, Daniel Suarez seventh, and Matt Kenseth in eighth. We now move to segment number 3. In row 1 is the 4 car of Kevin Harvick and the 10 car of Aric Almirola. Row 2, you got the 12 car of Ryan Blaney and the 88 of Alex Bowman. Row 3, 2 Summit City Racing teammates Kyle Larson and Eddie Gallagher. Then riding on the field is the 18 car of Kyle Busch and the 28 car of Joseph West. A very clean third segment leads to Alex Bowman beating out the 2 Stewart-Haas Racing teammates. We take a look at the replay. Lap 1, Kevin Harvick able to keep him and his teammate out front and hold the top 2 spots. Then heading to lap 2, the inside lane gets a terrible jump, and the outside lane prevails as Almirola has the lead, but he moves up high, and that allows Alex Bowman to take the bottom. And it looked like Alex Bowman got the position, as here's it from the finish line cam, as it was very close. And he did get it, as they ruled he did get it. It's a little close, but they gave it to the 88 because he was, right there you could tell that he had it. Eddie Gallagher was also able to move up to third. Then heading to lap number 3, Bowman was able to hold the lead for the last 2 laps, but Eddie Gallagher gets pushed down by the 4 car, and that puts him on the side, moves him back to 5th. And heading to lap number 4, Harvick gives a great push. Alex Bowman to move him up to second, and he blocks his teammate Almirola from passing him, as that is that. Alex Bowman first, Kevin Harvick second, Almirola third, Eddie Gallagher finishes 4th, Joseph West 5th, Ryan Blaney 6th, Kyle Larson 7th, and Kyle Busch in 8th. We now head to the final segment. Segment number 4, row 1, is the 2 car of Brad Keselowski and the 11 car of Denny Hamlin. Row 2 is the last week's race's winner, the 77 of Ross Chastain and the 1 car of Kurt Busch. Row 3, the 17 car of Chris Buescher and the 37 car of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Then rounding out the field, you're supposed to be pole sitter for this race, the 22 car of Joey Logano and the 95 car of Christopher Bell. Brad Keselowski is out of this race after getting wrecked by the 11 car of Denny Hamlin. So you take a look at the replay here. Brad Keselowski was leading the field alongside Ross Chastain when he gets sideways, and yeah, it looks like the 11 car might have wrecked him, but it's very hard to tell from here. But we got 2 laps to go left in this segment. Ross Chastain is able to get back-to-back segment wins as he's going to win this segment and move on to the final stage. Let's take a look at the replay. Lap 3, he shot off like a cannon, and Chris Buescher, what a move by Chris Buescher in the 17 cars, he moved to second. Then heading to lap 4, Denny Hamlin gives a great shove to Ross Chastain, and then he gets a great run, almost passes him, but he does not, and Ross Chastain moves on to the final stage. Denny Hamlin's going to finish second in that stage. Chris Buescher with a good third-place finish. Kurt Busch finished 4th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in that 37 car finished 5th. Christopher Bell 6th, and a poor run for the 22 car of Joey Logano, who finished 7th, and then Brad Keselowski in 8th, who wrecked out. We'll take a quick break and be back with the remainder of the race. Welcome back. We are now ready for the Consolation Race, which Kurt Busch and William Byron will lead the field down to green, followed by the 81 of Eddie Gallagher and the 19 of Martin Truex Jr., which 2 drivers will move their way up to the Challenger Race. Eddie Gallagher and Ryan Blaney are out of this race after the field stacks up in turn number 2 as we take a look at the replay here. Lap 3, William Byron and Kurt Busch were leading the field this time, and heading in here, the field just stacks up, and that just causes the big stack up, and that causes Eddie Gallagher and the 12 car Ryan Blaney to wreck out. So we got 1 lap to go. Kurt Busch looked like he got turned by the 14 and is out of this race and will not move on to the Challenger Race. Tough luck for Kurt Busch as we take a look at the replay here. He and William Byron gets a great push from Joey Logano, but then Kurt Busch storms back, but then gets a little sideways, maybe from Clint Bowyer. I'm not completely sure, but we're going to take a look here. Here it is, coming off turn 2. He's already sideways, and then Clint Bowyer just finishes the job and just spins him out. And it looks like Erik Jones wrecked in the back. I'm not sure how. But with Kurt Busch wrecking, it allows Clint Bowyer to move on to the Challenger Race and join his SHR teammates. William Byron's going to finish first, Clint Bowyer second, Joey Logano third, Martin Truex Jr. fourth, Stenhouse with a good fifth place performance, Joseph West sixth, and then Kurt Busch, Erik Jones, Eddie Gallagher, and Ryan Blaney all wrecked out earlier in this segment. We now move to the Challenger race, where the top 4 drivers will move on to the final stage. In row 1, Stewart-Haas teammates Kevin Harvick and a rookie Cole Custer. Row 2 is the 6 car of Ryan Newman and the 11 car of Denny Hamlin. Row 3 is the 10 car of Aric Almirola and the 48 car of Jimmy Johnson. Row 4, another rookie, the 8 car of Tyler Reddick and the 17 car Chris Buescher. Then rounding out the field, the 2 cars who moved on via the Consolation Race, it is William Byron and Clint Bowyer. Which 4 drivers will work their way to the final stage? Jimmy Johnson out of the Challenger race already, and will not contend for a win this race. As we take a look at the replay, it hasn't been the year Jimmy Johnson has won it so far. The reigning champ has had poor performances, but here, it looks like, I don't know, he is up on the top railing, and ooh, he just hit the wall hard, and that's gonna end his day for sure. But now, we got 3 laps to go. Which drivers will move on to the final stage? Clint Bowyer's day ends up unexpectedly, as I'm not really sure what happened. He just got, I don't know, I'm clueless. He just wrecked. I'm not sure. Let's go to the replay. Lap 3 of 4, Kevin Harvick gives a great push to his teammate Cole Custer to propel him forward. And yeah, he just spins out. Well, what a save for Kevin Harvick, as he almost wrecked out. But a great save for Kevin Harvick. He puts him in a good position with 1 lap to go. Cole Custer gets robbed a spot in the final stage after getting returned by, I think, Denny Hamlin. But let's take a look at the replay here. It's heading to lap number 4. It could get interesting here. Yeah, oh, he gets shoved down and he hit a tow truck, but I'm not sure if that would have mattered. It was the last lap. I don't think he could have saved it. It doesn't like it was going to be a position or anything. But here, let's see. Yep, definitely got moved, but he had a tow truck, but he's out of it. But look at Tyler Reddick sneaks on by for that second position, and we'll also move on to the final stage. So Denny Hamlin moves on to the final stage with Tyler Reddick. Chris Buescher with a great run in third moves on. Aric Almirola finishes 4th. Harvick 5th. William Byron moves up to 6th, which will be a top 10 performance for him. Then Ryan Newman finished 7th, and Cole Custer, Clint Bowyer, and Jimmy Johnson all wrecked in this segment. It is now time for the final stage. In row 1 is the 3 car of Austin Dillon and the 43 car of Bubba Wallace. Row 2, 77 car of Ross Chastain and the 88 car of Alex Bowman. Row 3, the 11 car of Denny Hamlin and the 8 car of Tyler Reddick. Then rounding out field is the 17 car of Chris Buescher and the 10 car of Aric Almirola, who will win here in the desert. Tyler Reddick out of this race already, and that's going to be disappointing, as he wanted a chance to contend for a win. But it's going to be a decent points day for him as you take a look at the replay. Lap 1, Austin Dillon's your leader, going to be with Bubba Wallace, but Ross Chastain gives a great shove to Dillon, and it looks like Chastain causes that backfield to check up, as Reddick was trying to pass Buescher, but ultimately would end up wrecking. 3 laps to go. Austin Dillon gets his second NASCAR Phoenix Hot Wheels Cup Series career, his first coming at Michigan, and his second coming here at Phoenix. As we take a look at the replay of the last few laps, he was able to outrun Ross Chastain in all three of them. And Bowman gives him a great shove in lap 3 to give him a shot, give him another great chance. Then heading to the final lap, again, a great push. Ross Chastain gives him to clear the 88, and all he has to do is come back down to the 77, but the 77 gets loose and gets stuck on the railing, and he is ultimately not a problem. Austin Dillon's going to be your winner here. Alex Bowman moves up to second, Erik Almirola third, Ross Chastain's going to finish fourth, Kevin Harvick going to get fifth, Chris Buescher sixth, Denny Hamlin seventh, and then Tyler Reddick, who wrecked out, will finish in eighth. Now it's time for the Danny's Donut Shop victory celebration as Austin Dillon burns it down in the desert. Austin Dillon celebrates his second NASCAR Phoenix Hot Wheels Career Cup Series win, and he is turning out to be a dominant force in this series as he's already got 2 wins and multiple poles, and he looks to be a strong title contender. As we take a look at your finishing results, Dillon was able to get first, Bowman was second, Chastain, winner last race, finishes fourth, Chris Buescher with a solid 6th place performance, rookie Tyler Reddick finishes 8th, William Byron, the winner of the Consolation Race, moved up to 10th, another rookie, Cole Custer, finished 12th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., a good 17th place performance, and Joseph West, a good top 20, Erik Jones had a good 20th performance as well. Now some guys who struggled. Ryan Blaney didn't have the best as he was the reigning champion at Phoenix. Other guys such as Daniel Hemrick wrecked out, Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski all struggled today and are going to take a significant hit in the points as we move to Northville City next race. Now let's take a look at your point standings. Austin Dillon holds a 16-point lead over Kevin Harvick and Erik Almirola, who are tied for second at the moment. And as you see, he punches his ticket into the playoffs. But a guy on the bubble, Brad Keselowski, a Final Four contender last year, is on the bubble, and Tyler Reddick only 4 points behind him. Then Jimmy Johnson 8 points out, and it's going to be tight as we still got quite a few races left to go before the playoffs. So thank you so much for watching as we will head to the Northville City Race Center next race, and we hope to see you there as that will be exciting. I'm A North, signing off.